guys, so today we are going to do a day to night with affordable products. The main thing we're going to be basing it off of is the NYX Stormy Skies Dreamcatcher palette. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous palette, so let's get started. So first off, we're going to start with the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I really do like this primer. I haven't tried anything else from the drugstore, so I haven't really needed to. I'm just going to rub it all in. The only drugstore eye primer I have, I've never used, so it's kind of, I guess, first impression for it. This is the LA Girl Pro Primer HD High Definition Eyeshadow Primer. It's just like a little crayon. Let's try this out. Just going to like do a couple of strokes and then rub it in, I guess. Alright, and now that foundation is all done, we're going to move on to concealer. Today I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 15 Fair. I'm just going to put this under the eyes and on any spots I want to conceal or brighten. Alright, and now I'm going to blend that in using my beauty blender. And today I'm actually going to do a cream contour first. I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze. I'm not going to do it too much because this is obviously starting out with a daytime look. But who said a contour can't be for daytime? And I will be doing a video sometime about how to contour and highlight, so I'm not really going to explain it too much this video. So now to set the face, we're going to use the Wet n Wild Coverall Pressed Powder in Fair Light. This stuff is only a couple dollars and it actually works really good. And to apply, I'm going to use my Real Techniques Duo Fiber Face Brush. Alright, next we're going to highlight and contour, like highlight under the eyes, not do the full-on highlight yet. So we're going to use the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette as always. And first we are going to highlight the under eyes and other places where we use concealer. So I'm going to, as always, use the first three shades, well, first three from the end. Just pat it on. Then I'm going to go back in with that white shade. I'm just going to do the three shades in other places as well, like the forehead, down the nose, etc. Alright, and to dust away any loose powder, I'm going to use this Crown Duo Fiber Foundation Brush. It's just super fluffy. It's perfect for just dusting away any loose powder. And next we're going to go into contour, so I'm going to use that same palette, and I'm going to go in with the lightest shade, which is that one right there. This is the shade I always use because in winter I'm a lot more pale, and I don't want to have a super dark contour when I'm pale. And so instead of using my Tarte brush today, I'm actually going to use my Morphe MB30. This is a good alternative to the Tarte brush. It's not a dupe because it doesn't have that thick fluffiness, but it is good for contouring. I'm just going to contour the hollows of the cheeks, the nose, the forehead, and the chin. To blend that in, I'm going to use the Morphe E7 brush. Okay, so next we're going to go in with blush. Today I'm going to use the Milani Baked Blush. This is in the shade Rose Doro. To apply the blush, we are going to use the Crown IB 126. Right, And to just blend the blush so it's not so harsh, we are going to use the Morphe E31. Then for highlight, the only drugstore highlight I have is this True Match Lumi. So we're just going to use that today. It is in the shade Golden. So since it is a liquid highlight, I just use my finger. So I just get a little bit on my finger and then just apply it to the tops of the cheekbones and then blend. Right, and then we're going to go down the bridge of the nose and a little bit on the forehead and Cupid's bow. And since it's not super glowy, I am going to set it with that white shade in the NYX contour palette. To do that, I'm going to do the Real Techniques setting brush. So we're going to start with the brows. Today I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Color Icon Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Brunettes Do It Better. This isn't my favorite, but it is the only drugstore brow pencil I have. And then I am going to go over it with the NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade in Brunette. I'm going to bring the Zoom You in a little bit more after I do my brows. Alright, and to apply the brow pomade, I use the Crown C225 Mini Liner Brush. Alright, now I'm going to zoom you in a little bit for the eyes. Alright, so we already primed the eyes when we did the regular primer. So we're just going to start with the palette. So for the transition shade, I'm going to use this nice warm nude color, and to apply it I'm going to use my Morphe E17 brush. This palette isn't that bad. I don't use many drugstore palettes, but this one's pretty good. It's actually fairly pigmented. The only thing I hate is that it doesn't go completely flat, like kind of like the Tartelette palettes, and there's no mirror, but whatever. Alright, so next we're going to go in with the lid shade, and we're going to actually layer two. So we're going to start off with this white shade. And I'm going to apply it with a Royal and Langnickel medium eye shader brush. Any brush that is flat and pretty dense will be good for applying your lid shade. This one, I'm mainly using the white to lighten the eyelid, so then when I apply another one, it won't be too dark. And I'm also going to use this white shade to highlight the brow bone, and I'm going to use a e.l.f. Professional Eyeshadow Brush. This one I got in the set, but they have the same one, just the Professional Eyeshadow Brush, same name. It's like $1.50. Probably $1 depending on where you go. And now we're going to do the other lid shade. So I'm going to use that same Royal and Langnickel brush. And I'm going to use this taupe shade right there. I want to keep it nice and neutral for the day look. Neutral and light. Just gonna put that right over the white. With these shadows, you really do have to build up the color because they're not super pigmented by first touch like a lot of higher end palettes. Okay, for the crease, I'm going to very lightly use this gray shade. And we're going to apply it with a Real Techniques Duo Fiber Eye Brush. This came in a set of 3 with that brush I used to set my foundation and a contour brush. Now we're just going to blend, and to do so I'm going to use the Morphe E22 brush. And now to deepen it, we are going to use a little bit of the black. Not too much because this is for day, and we are going to use some Morphe E17. We're going to actually use the Morphe M330 for this. So really get that in there. And then we're going to take the Morphe E22 to blend it. And then for the lower lash line, we're just going to use the same top shade we put on the lid, that taupe color. And we're going to use a Morphe E36 to apply it. And then we're just going to do a little bit of that white again for the inner corners. And then to finish off the eyes for day, we're going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. This is probably the best drugstore mascara I have tried. And then for the lips, we are going to use the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Stockholm. Alright, so that's it for the day look. So we just have a very light nude eye with a little bit of mascara, no eyeliner, and then a nude lip. I'll just get a picture of this to insert, and then we'll go on to the night look. Okay, so now we're going to go back into the palette and finish it up for nighttime. We're just going to add some of the darker shadows. So we're going to add this purple, this gray, and then the black. So first we are going to take this Crown C476 crease shadow brush. We're going to use the shadow side of it. And we're going to go in with this gray, and actually I'm going to mix these two so there's a little bit of shimmer, and those are going to go all over the lid. And now for the crease, we're going to go in with that purple shade. That we're going to use the Morphe E17. I'm just going to blend that a little bit with the Morphe E22. Let me just clean that up a little bit because I don't like too much too high. Alright, and now we are going to go in the outer V with the black. And I'm going to use, I think this is a crown brush. I'm not really sure. Any small pencil brush will work. Just want to get that in there precise, and then we'll blend it. Alright, now we're going to blend it in with the E22. I'm going to blend it a little bit more with a fluffier brush, so I'm going to use the Luxie 205. I'm just going to kind of blend it into the crease. Alright, and now we're going to add a little bit more to the bottom lash line, and I'm going to go in with I think I'm going to do the purple. So I'm going to go in with that same E36 brush we did for the day look. And then we're going to add a little bit of eyeliner. We're actually going to do brown, even though we're doing kind of a cool tone look. And so I'm going to use the NYX Collection Chocolate Kohl Kajal Brown Liner. And we're just going to put that in our waterline. And now that we added a little bit more eyeshadow, I'm going to add a little bit more white to the inner corners using the same E39 brush I did before. This is actually, if you've been reading my blog, this is actually a lip brush, but it's really good for this. For now, we're also going to add a little bit more highlight. I had forgotten I had this, and I just remembered it. It's the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush and Glow Trio. This is in Fair Trade Coffee. And we're just going to use, let's see, there it is. We're going to use the Real Techniques setting brush and just go into that highlight and add a little bit more glow to the cheekbones. And then for lipstick, we're just going to go over what we have so you don't have to take it off. And we're going to do the NYX High Voltage Lipstick in Stone. Since we're doing a cool look on the eye, a cool look on the lip won't be bad. Alright, and to finish off the look, we're just going to use some NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. We're just going to spray that all over the face. This helps keep everything in place and gives you a matte finish. Okay, and that's the finished look. So that's an easy way to go from day to night. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.